Representative Landry.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I know there have been a lot of reports in the media today that some people are taking sick leave to come here today, and we don't know whether that's true or not, but I think as policymakers, it would be helpful if when people testify today, if they not only give their name and the name of the organization they're representing, but also whether they're here in a professional capacity, personal on a personal day, or whether they did take a sick day to come here, so we can kind of set the record straight and see if that information is accurate or not. I know I have some constituents who have expressed concern about that, and so I just think it would be, if we could do that, it would be an opportunity to set the record straight. So I would move that we also require everyone who testifies to give their name of their organization, and also the capacity in which they're here today.
Representative Champagne.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I agree with Representative Landry because I've also gotten some of those concerns, and I don't think we'd be deviating. I think everyone that comes before us should say who they affiliated with and their what their. Excuse me, Mr. Edwards, but I have the mic. I think everyone should report that, and I'd like to move favorable on Representative Landry's motion.
Representative Bishop.
I don't know if that's necessary. I really don't. I think the folks that are here, whether they took sick leave, whether or not they got off work, whether or not they're just here, if they came in and it was important enough for them to come and testify, I don't think we need to sit and try to dictate and figure out who did what, who came where, and why they're here.
Representative Edwards.
Well, I believe Representative Landry put that in the form of the motion, and I certainly won't object before we adopt that motion. There's no reason to deviate from our rules. There are plenty of people in this room who have work to be doing today. They've chosen to be here for some reason, and just because we have an educator who might want to be here on an important matter of education doesn't mean we ought to single them out today and deviate from our rules and make them disclose any information other than that which they would have disclosed any other day.
Representative Williams.
Mr. Chairman, I would oppose that motion, one, because now we're going to start singling out individuals to say whether or not they're on personal leave, vacation leave. That's unfair. I think procedure's always been, as I have observed these committees, name, address, and if you represent an organization, state that. But when you start telling folks to say, well, I'm on personal leave, I am on vacation leave, then you start to get into the personal business, which is not important to this committee. And what this is an effort to try to scare folks from testifying, and it's not fair.
I guess they turned my mic off, which I would expect anyway. I have to say that this is an atrocity to ask individuals who come before any committee as to whether or not they are on a leave or on sick leave. We ask a standard question, and that question is your name and address and who you represent. That is in every single committee. And unless that becomes a rule of the House, that should not be something that we change in a committee just to embarrass or to put on a record whether or not an educator or anyone else has taken time from their day to participate in the governmental legislative process that they have every right to participate in. This is the people's house. It is not anyone else's house but the people's. Doesn't belong to anyone else, and we should not put anyone on tap to say that they are coming from any place else rather than their home address that they are coming here to testify.
Ms. Snowden.
Representative Bishop?
Absolutely not.
No. Representative Broadwater?
Yes.
Yes. Representative Burns?
Yes.
Yes. Representative Carmody?
Yes.
Yes. Representative Champagne? Yes. Representative Edwards? No. Representative Henry?
Yes.
Yes. Representative Hollis?
Yes.
Yes. Representative Jefferson?
No.
No. Representative Landry? Yes. Representative Price?
No.
No. Representative Richard? No. Representative Schroeder?
Yes.
Yes. Representative Chadwin?
No.
No. Representative Smith?
No.
No. Representative Thompson?
Yes.
Yes. Representative Williams?
No.
No. Representative Carter?
Yes.
Yes. The motion passes 10-8.
Motion passes 10-8.
I am an educator, and I'm here on professional leave without pay.
Leave without pay.
Leave without pay.
I took a personal day.
Here with permission from the superintendent.
Took a personal day.
Personal day.
A personal day.
On a personal day.
Professional day.
A personal
I
day.
am here with the full blessing of my superintendent.
I am slightly scared, but I will do it.
I took a sick day today.
Senator Karen Peters is going to come forward, and then we will proceed. But we have like a little less than an hour as it relates to others who want to speak.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I want to say thanks to the committee and, of course, all of the good folks behind me that have come to weigh in. I filled out a white card because obviously I'll have my opportunity to weigh in on policy on the other side of the building. However, I left this side of the chamber as the Speaker Pro Tem, and I'm very familiar, as Ms. Quaid would probably recall and Mr. Spear, with the rules of the House and with procedure. I understand that you all took a vote this morning that would require all of the people filling out cards to, in fact, you were trying to dictate what they said in their public testimony. As a citizen of the state of Louisiana, if anyone chooses to come before this public body, they don't have to be told what to say. You can't tell them, even if you vote, you can't tell them what to say. So to attempt to dictate someone's testimony, it should not only be offensive to you, but it's a testament to our democracy. It is offensive for people who took the oath of office to try to restrict in any way or dictate, because this is not a restriction, this is in fact saying you will not be able to speak your mind and offer your opinion without telling me this first. That in and of itself, among being unconstitutional, is offensive. I think, Mr. Chairman, I would hope, and it's not too late because there's a lot of testimony to follow, that someone on this committee would make a motion to reconsider that and not have good, hard-working professionals come before this committee and have to attest to a personnel matter before they can weigh in on a policy issue. If, in fact, that's the case, let's make sure that we do it in the Insurance Committee. Let's make sure we do it in the Commerce Committee. Let's make sure we do it in Appropriations, Environmental, and across the board. We should not subject teachers who we say we value and we say we're trying to empower to better our children. We should not treat them in this way. It's a matter of fairness. I'm going to leave it right there.
Thank you, Senator.